Yeah, you tuned into the right place. Welcome to the rain. Golden Queuing. H2.0. Yeah. Yeah. You're looking for a diamond, found a treasure in the rough. Tired of all the noise, cause you finally had enough. I'm here to build a movement on a mission for the nation. Dropping gems of knowledge, killing all the hesitation. We fighting for the truth, yeah, we fighting for what's right. Building unity and shining up a brand new light. It's a variety channel, but the vision's crystal clear. Pushing us all forward, conquering the doubt and fear. Welcome to the Queendom, it's 2.0 on your screen, where the content's real and smart and funny in between. This is more than just a stream, it's a platform for the change. Time to elevate the game and rearrange. If you're ready for a vibe that you can feel and trust, joining in the movement is a definite must. This ain't just another channel talking smack behind the screen. It's a spotlight for the creators, building up a better scene. Spreading radical love, that's the message in the code. Helping everybody carry up a heavy load. From social justice issues to the laughter that we need. Planting seeds of progress, watch them grow from just a seed. This is authentic, this is raw, this is everything you saw. Welcome to the battle that is truly being fought. Ooh, so come with your respect and see the real effect. Cause I protect my own right here on the throne. Don't make me envy. Unleash the dragon. Subscribe, ring that notification bell. Yeah, you don't wanna miss a thing. Welcome to the family. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Golden. I am back. I do apologize. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. So as you can see, this is just I think an important video that needs to be made to break down a few things when we're talking about legalities. I don't know if everybody really knows the full ins and outs of legalities and how they work, but I just wanted to pinpoint a few things. So I am back now without the technical difficulties, y'all. We're gonna get into it again. So thank you for rocking and bearing with me. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, okay? So part number 1, let's go.
This is a legal issue spotting analysis tied to the original allegations as filed in December 2024. It includes YouTube community guidelines, federal and state laws that may or may not have been violated. Overview of the complaint. The complaint alleges a coordinated campaign of online harassment, doxing, defamation, impersonation, stalking, and intimidation carried out through YouTube live streams and videos, social media platforms, use of bots, sock puppet accounts, and anonymous channels. It involves the publication of private identifying information, targeting of vulnerable individuals. The plaintiff alleges ongoing harm, including reputational damage, fear for safety, emotional distress, loss of income, and interference with lawful activities. Based on the complaint, these are the potential YouTube community guideline breaches, federal and state law violations. YouTube community guidelines potential breaches if allegations are true. A, harassment and AMP cyberbullying guideline. Harassment and cyberbullying policy applies if allegations include sustained campaigns targeting a specific individual, repeated insults, humiliation, or intimidation, encouraging others to harass or dogpile, mocking trauma, disability, mental health, or personal loss. Why it matters. YouTube explicitly bans coordinated harassment and malicious campaigns. Even commentary loses protection if it becomes targeted abuse. Typical enforcement. Video removal, channel strike, termination for repeat or severe conduct. B, hate speech / hate-based harassment guideline, hate speech policy. Applies if allegations include slurs or demeaning language tied to race, ethnicity, nationality, gender, religion, dehumanizing comparisons, implicit racialized narratives, even without explicit slurs. Key point: YouTube bans attacks in his protected class. Opinion is not a defense when it crosses into hate-based abuse. See threats and AMP incitement. Guideline, violent or criminal behavior policy. Applies if allegations include threats, explicit or implied. Statements encouraging harm, stalking, teaching someone a lesson, language that a reasonable person will perceive as menacing. The important thing is threats do not have to be literal. Context, repetition, and audience reaction matters. Doxing / privacy violations guideline, privacy and AMP personal data safety. Applies if allegations include publishing or repeating. Home addresses, phone numbers, employer details, family information. Encouraging viewers to look someone up using leaked or unlawfully obtained information. This is one of YouTube's strictest policies. Even indirect facilitation can qualify. E-defamation guideline, defamation policy. Applies if allegations include false statements presented as fact, accusations of crimes without evidence, claims damaging to reputation made recklessly or maliciously, repeating known falsehoods after notice. Key standards. YouTube looks at factual claims versus opinion, evidence shown, intent and repetition. Courts decide defamation liability. YouTube decides platform enforcement. F, misinformation, harm-based. Guideline, misinformation policies, non-election / non-medical. Applies if allegations include fabricated narratives causing real-world harm, coordinated spread of false allegations, claims that incite harassment or fear, especially relevant if multiple creators amplify the same false claims. Content is framed as exposing without verification. G, impersonation or deceptive practices guidelines. Impersonation policy applies if allegations include pretending to be lawyers, officials, victims, misleading thumbnails / titles implying authority or proof, fake documents or altered screenshots. H, circumventing enforcement / coordinated abuse. Guideline, platform integrity and AMP circumvention applies if allegations include using multiple channels to continue harassment, re-uploading removed content, proxy creators repeating the same attacks, or harassment off platforms, Discord, Telegram, etc. YouTube treats this as an aggravating factor. Escalation and AMP severity factors YouTube considers if true. Penalties escalate based on pattern versus single incident, number of victims, power imbalance, prior strikes, evidence of coordination, real-world harm. Legal, psychological, economic, how this intersects with a civil case, high level. If allegations are substantiated, guideline breaches, right arrow, platform enforcement, same facts may also support. Harassment claims, defamation claims, civil conspiracy, intentional infliction of emotional distress. The legal and platform analyses run in parallel, not identically. Bottom line, if the allegations in Evans v. Robertson are true, the conduct described could implicate multiple serious YouTube community guidelines, particularly harassment, hate-based abuse, defamation, privacy violations, and coordinated harm, all of which carry the highest enforcement risk on the platform, YouTube.
All right, y'all. So that is just the first part, of what we'll be discussing and really explaining in a thorough way when it comes to a lot of these legalities that are in place. And so, I just want to do a little video on that to make clear of everything that's going on from a legal standpoint. Because a lot of these things are very serious, and not is it only certain individuals that do have lawsuits, which salute to them, but there are individuals have also experienced a lot of, this type of abuse and harassment as well, not just on this platform, but other platforms. And really all people are trying to do on this platform and came to do is find their group, find their tribe, find a, happy space where they can have fun, kick it, chill, have a good time. That's about it. It wasn't supposed to end like this with lawsuits, harassment, and danger. But anyway, before we get into part 2, you know how we do. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be right back.
Yeah. You thought you was safe? Yeah. You thought you was safe or good. Everybody looking for a home, looking for a click, looking for a place where the realness sticks. We out here building, trying to be free, but you just here to use them plain to see. I see you a user, a culture vulture, a leech, acting like you love the speech just so you can preach. You see the glow, you wanna get near it. You hear the soul, you try to engineer it. Wanna be in the circle, get the benefits, but you ain't put the work in. You just counterfeit. You a political operative, smiling in their face, just a snake in the grass, trying to take their place. We out here searching for a tribe, trying to be free, trying to live our best life, but the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got mad, showed your true self, no surprise. You been popped, dumb bitches, read your rights. You been popped, dumb bitches, read your rights. Yeah. It's the activist in me that's gotta speak the truth. I'm allergic to the fake, been like this is my youth. See them in the comments, singing all the praise. Go sis, go, while they plotting in the haze. Plotting on a downfall, plotting on a spot, thinking they can use a light to get what they ain't got. But you can't use a mirror, you can't use a queen. Your whole entire persona is a fucked up scene. You a resource sucker, energy drain. They bring the clouds, we just trying to bring the rain. But we see you, yeah, we see you. Your little mask is cracked and now you cornered, about to see how you act. For a tribe, trying to be free, trying to live our best life, but the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got mad, showed your true self, no surprise. You been popped, dumb bitches, read your rights. You been popped, dumb bitches, read your rights. People don't care about your life or your struggle. They just wanna break you down and make your hustle tumble. Now we see the true colors at the core of these people. Their whole foundation is evil. We at war and we question these people. Golden has love for her people, and I've been trying to warn people. This is the ugly truth of the world. Watching all the snakes uncurl. Here's the revelation, the part you should've known. A person's real character is when their anger's shown. You got pressed, you got mad, and all that fake ass love you had turned to poison. Jealousy and spite, they hate cause you that bitch and shining too bright. You ain't no friend, you just a hater in disguise. Walk past, head high, don't look them in the eyes. So here's the diss, you lost, you're done. Your fake support is over, your little game is run. You pop yourself, bitch, we ain't have to do a thing. Just sat back and watch you pull your own damn string. You been popped, you can't infiltrate this. Your mask is on the floor, go pick up your shit. We out, we out. You kid. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that was just a quick little song break. That song called Trot. We're gonna get into the next part of a lot of the breakdown with this lawsuit and the legalities and the severity of said lawsuit and how it does hold a lot of weight. So let's get into part 2, y'all.
potential federal law violations. A, civil rights conspiracy 42 U.S.C. section 1985-2 and AMP. Elements potentially met as alleged two or more persons conspiracy. Intent to intimidate, harass, or injure. Acts in furtherance of the conspiracy, resulting injury. If plaintiffs can show coordinated action between defendants, targeting based on protected characteristics or interference with access to court, section 1985-3, civil conspiracy to deprive equal protection may apply. Section 1985-2, if intimidation relates to litigation or testimonies. B, interstate stalking and AMP harassment, 18 U.S.C. section 2261A. This is one of the strongest federal hooks alleged, prohibits using interactive computer services with intent to harass, intimidate, or cause substantial emotional distress, engaging in a course of conduct across state lines. Allegations include repeated targeting, online surveillance, threats, and intimidation coordinated camps, can support criminal referral and civil remedies. See wire fraud/scheme to defraud, 18 U.S.C. section 1343, potential. If plaintiffs allege false representations, monetized content, deceptive fundraising or impersonation, financial exploitation of harassment narratives. This may support wire fraud allegations, especially where live streams, donations, or paid memberships are involved. D, identity theft/impersonation, 18 U.S.C. section 1028. Triggered if defendants allegedly use plaintiffs' names, likenesses, or personal identifiers, created fake accounts, pass themselves off as plaintiffs or associates, especially relevant where impersonation caused reputational or financial harm. E, cyberstalking and AMP threats, 18 U.S.C. section 875, C 1030, context depends. If communications include threats of violence, extortion, malicious interference with online hacks, federal jurisdiction may attach depending on evidence. 3. Section 230, important context. While platforms often invoke 47 U.S.C. section 230, the complaint appears to allege notice given to platforms, failure to act, material contribution or amplification. This is relevant to section 230 exceptions, particularly where platforms knowingly facilitate unlawful conduct. Algorithms materially contribute. Monetization is tied to abuse. This does not automatically defeat section 230, but it preserves arguments against immunity for YouTube later on.
All right. So that was very telling. A lot of great explanation when it comes to breaking down exactly what is going on, not within this particular case, but as we can see in many of the things playing out here on this platform and other platforms that are similar. And so, per usual, y'all, as I do this live here, we're going to do one and one. We're going to do a part and we'll do a song and then a part and then a song. So a lot of the songs that I'm playing, they're songs that I made, and I think they kind of actually tie into what we're talking about here tonight. So we're going to get into this second song. But what I would like to say first before I play it is a lot of times, you know, people move and they operate and they do certain things and they don't think those things will catch up to them. But a lot of times they do. And what my grandma used to always say is, if you cannot handle the heat, you best get out the kitchen or you might get cooked. Let's get into this next song, y'all, and we'll be back with part 3.
Heard the kitchen's getting hot. Thought you had the recipe, huh? Let's see what's on the menu tonight. It's you. Built a castle out of clicks, a palace out of lies. Sold them on a fantasy behind your curated eyes. Ring light halo couldn't hide the darkness in your soul. Played the victim for the views, yeah, you really played the role. Post-perfection, filtered life, a manufactured dream. While behind the screen you ran a whole corrupted scheme. Dreams full of poison promises you never keep. All your dirty little secrets were buried 6 feet deep. Now the internet's forever, every single keystroke saved. And the bridges that you burned, all the roads that justice paved. You were smiling for the camera, cashing every check. Never thought you'd have to pay the piper with your neck. Yeah, you're cool, looking shook, it's all over now. Calm as the chef and bitch, she's serving up the chow. Your views are falling, sponsors calling, pulling up a break. Your whole career is just a sad forgotten hashtag. Yeah, you're cooked, well and done, served up on a plate. You can't delete the truth, can't apologize to fate. Cause karma is a bitch with a 5-star review. And tonight the main course on the menu, girl, is you. Remember all the little people that you stepped on climbing up. Every back you stabbed a drink from that polluted cup. Well, they all got together, started talking, spilling tea. And the receipts are longer than a damn CVS plea. That teary-eyed apology, girl, we ain't buying it. Your PR team is scrambling, but there's no denying it. The screenshots tell the story that your caption tried to hide. There's nowhere left to run when the truth is on the side of every single person that you scanned and that you played. Your loyal followers are gone, your perfect word decayed. From a throne made out of hashtags to a memory that's tragic. Your 15 minutes later, it wasn't ever magic. Yeah, you're cooked, looking shook, it's all over now. Calm as the chef and bitch, she's serving up the chow. Your views are falling, sponsors calling, pulling up the bread. Your whole career is just a sad forgotten hashtag. Yeah, you're cooked, well and done, served up on the plate. You can't delete the truth, can't apologize to fate. Cause karma is a bitch with a 5-star review. And tonight the main course on her menu, girl, is you. See the thing about a pedestal, it gets a little high. Makes the fall that much harder when you plummet from the sky. You look too close to the sun on wings of fraud and greed. And now you're crashing down to earth, planting a bad seed. You played a dirty game, cause you never get the blame. Karma's got a low memory, she knows your full name. It's over. The timer went off. You set the heat to now you burn. Karma's a bitch. Bon appetit.
All right, y'all. So that was just another song. Y'all know how I do. I like to add a little music and stuff with a little bit of, education, history, teaching, law, all of the things. We do it all over here. Because we, multifaceted. It is what it is. But we're about to go ahead and get into part 3. This is serious business. So let's listen to this next portion and we'll be back.
Potential Michigan State and AMP local law violations. A. Cyberstalking MCL 750, 411s. Michigan law prohibits repeated electronic contact causing emotional distress with intent to harass, frighten, or intimidate. Allegations of live stream targets. Coordinated harassment. Strong alignment with statutory elements. B. Harassment/stalking MCL 750, 411H and AMP 750. 411I covers course of conduct, willful harassment, credible fear or emotional distress, especially relevant if conduct was persistent and targeted. See defamation, libel, and AMP slander, Michigan common law elements. 1. False statement of fact. 2. Published to third party. 3. Fault, negligence, or actual malice. 4. Allegations include false criminal accusations, false character, online publication. Statements made with reckless disregard may satisfy actual malice. D. Invasion of privacy, Michigan common law, including public disclosure of private facts, false lights, intrusion upon seclusion. Doxing allegations strongly implicate this. E. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, IAD elements, extreme and outrageous conduct, intent or recklessness, severe emotional distress. Coordinated harassment campaigns frequently satisfy this threshold under Michigan law. F. Civil conspiracy, Michigan law, if 2 or more defendants combine to accomplish an unlawful purpose or a lawful purpose by unlawful means. This acts as a liability multiplier, tying all actors together. 5. Aggravating factors noted in the complaint. These factors strengthen liability exposure. Use of anonymity to evade accountability, monetization of harassment, targeting of vulnerable individuals, persistence after notice, cross-platform amplification, third-party encouragement. Courts treat these as enhancing culpability, not mitigating it. 6. Potential remedies supported by the pleadings as alleged. The complaint supports requests for injunctive relief, restraining orders, compensatory damages, punitive damages, attorney's fees, account takedowns, preservation of digital evidence. 7. Important disclaimer, this analysis is based solely on the allegations in the complaint, not legal advice, not a finding of guilt or liabilities. Actual outcomes depend on evidence, motions to dismiss, jurisdictional rulings, platform immunity arguments. Let us see what the courts decide in Michigan if the case proceeds further.
Yeesh. Oh my. So listening to that portion right there and knowing a little bit of something about the law, yeah, it really all boils down to evidence. And when people hold and have said evidence and submit it properly in the proper way in the legal system, we get what we get, right? And so for people who just come out on the other side of that, I don't know. I think they kind of, they feel like they're winning. They feel like they're fully cooked until, we realize that maybe they're burnt, like maybe it's over for you. We can't be sure, but I don't want to bring my personality and my sense of, comedy into this, because this is a very serious matter, and all of these cases are a very serious matter. I'm just, I present it like I present it, but sitting back and watching and paying attention and actually learning and now knowing all of the things that have been going on and continue to go on. Yeah, I'm not opposed to anybody, having to go through whatever it is they're going through based off the decisions and the choices that they made to, wreak harm and havoc in other people's lives. I just don't think that's right. And when it starts to get to a criminal level, then people have to take whatever means fit that they see to take. I can't speak on all of that. I'm not one of these individuals at this point, thank God. But if it gets to that point, best believe, yeah, I will be. But yeah, maybe, you're just cooking for too long. So maybe you're just a little bit burnt. I don't know. You get burnt out when you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over, and people start to catch on to what you're doing, and then they hem you up. So anyway, let's take a quick song break, and then we'll be back with part 4. I'll be right back here.
Golden Queen's Files, case number 2. Subject, the charge. The heat is on, and a notice has been served.
Like, moving real strange, but you think that it's subtle. Sweating through your live stream, choking in your rebuttal. Screenshots don't die, they just multiply and breed. Planted all them poisonous sacks, now you're choking, hoping the stability of your life still intact. Got a theory, nah, the theory's now a fact. Saw the foundation crumble, saw the hope was on a crack. You were cooked, yeah, that was just the kitchen getting hot. Now you're stuck inside the oven, left the black and left the rot. Damn, wait, hold up, I see it clear as day right here. All that tough talk is just a costume for the fear. The pressure's on the government, got you in a panic. Your whole sinking ship is looking real Titanic.
Quick was your one, you wanna let your son on. Now you're with your strong way on. Come back crumbling like the that's a nasty build up, eh? Smoking in the ashes of the games you try to play. Burn, crispy on the edges, yeah, you're done. Nowhere left to hide, nowhere left to run. Creepy on repair, you can put it in reverse. The truth is the fire and karma is the curse.
Hurting for the 2, but the numbers are depleted. All that policy screaming got your own base defeated. Blaming all your problems on some political decree, when the real nasty work was the face in the screen. I see highly insecure, projecting all your failures. Your chat room and you scattered, looking for new saviors. Tried to be a wolf, but you're just a sing sheep, choking on the smoke of all the secrets that you keep. Let's go.
It was a one, no one has a starter. Now your burnt toast falling way harder.
Facts.
Karma can't collect, and that's a nasty build up, eh? Smoking in the ashes of the games you try to play. Burnt, crispy on the edges, yeah, you're done. Nowhere left to hide, nowhere left to run. TV on repair, you can put it in reverse. The truth is a fire and karma is a curse.
rid of this, your burn notice stamped and delivered straight from the collective. No sympathy slivers, no appeal, no court date, just a verdict from the street. Your time is up, obsolete, accept your defeat. Concrete karma hits different when it's at your front door. Roaches scatter when the light hits, can't hide anymore. This ain't for the views, this is a final receipt for every single person you crushed underneath your feet.
Don't talk about prayers, don't talk about praise. That ain't God's plan, that's the look on your face when you finally realize the bill has come due, and the only one left to blame is you is through.
Golden Queen fires. Notice. Sir. Case. You're not just cooked. You're not just cooked. You're ash. You're not just cooked. You're ash.
All right, y'all. So let's get into the final part. We're going to go into part 4. Let's listen to that. And while you're listening, which is very important to understand what is really all playing out with this particular case, there is an end message that I hope you all can pull from and derive from. And, you know, when we move the way we move on this social media platform, I wish that things could be different. I wish that we can treat each other different. And I wish that outcomes didn't have to be this way. But, you know, we are here and dealing with what we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and get into part 4.
Creators, moderators, subscribers, and viewers, please understand the following. What counts as participation? You may be considered part of harmful conduct if you repeat or amplify unverified allegations. Encourage others to go after, expose, or pressure someone. Participate in coordinated chats, raids, or pile-ons. Donate, super chat, or gift money to fuel continued targets. Share private information or speculate about crimes. Even just reacting, just sharing, or just donating can carry consequence. Digital footprints are permanent. Platforms, courts, and investigators can review comments, live chats, DM, super chats, memberships, Patreon, payments, cash transfers, and receipts. Deleted posts and messages, deleting content does not guarantee it disappears. Platform rules, legal immunity, something being allowed or monetized on a platform does not make it lawful. Courts look at harm, intent, and patterns, not disclaimers or views. Zero tolerance for coordinated harm. Platforms will remove content and may restrict users who target private individuals repeatedly. Encourage harassment or intimidation. Fundraise around attacking a person. Spread allegations presented as fact without evidence. Best practices, stick to verified facts and public interest issues. Avoid naming or targeting private individuals. Do not donate to content centered on harassment. If unsure, disengage and step back. Disengagement is a safety choice, not an admission. If you comment, share, or donate to content that targets someone, you can be seen as part of the harm. Online actions leave records. Deleted posts aren't always gone. Platform rules don't protect you from real-world consequence. Don't repeat unverified claims. Don't encourage pile-ons. Don't fund harassment. When in doubt, step back. No harassment, no pile-ons, no funding harm. Digital actions have real consequence. Let's be safe online.
All right, y'all. So that's the final message of it all in totality. I hope that wrapped up a little bit, you know, giving some actual lawful information about some of these cases that are actively open and in place, and the truth behind the severity of these cases. That's what I wanted to come and do with this live. But I also wanted to bring the message, you know, that this is a warning for others that are continuing to move in this way and operate in this way, that I think you should probably be careful or think twice in how you move and how you treat people and how you operate on these said platforms. Because just because the platform allows you to get away with it doesn't mean that the law will. And so, that being said, y'all, we're going to end with a final song, of course. But this song is a commemorative song, because when we hear about things like this and we see these things are operating in this way, we wonder, is there any resolve? Is there any way that we can get around having to go through these things time and time again? And from what I have been witnessing and hearing, these things have been going on for quite a few years now. and continuing to be the same exact way. And I think it is time for a change. So we need a cure, and Golden has that cure. But anyway, I'm just, playing when it comes to that. But this case, I'm not playing with, because I do know about the law. I read these cases, and this is serious. And so, y'all, let's just please do better. Okay? That's all I can say. And for the ones that it's too late for, we're so sorry. But you made your bet, and now you may have to lie in it. But yeah, there is a cure. Let's get into it, and I will see y'all in the next live. All right. Bye, y'all.
Sickness spreads in whispers, in poison wells and corrupted. But a community with a strong immune system develops its own antidote.
This is the cure. Listen. Listen, there's a venom in the discourse, a toxin in the talk, a parasitic agent feasting on the soul of the block. It spreads through the timeline, infecting the youth, disguising its poison. In the fragment of truth, it preaches self-interest, promotes the individual dream, anything to fracture the collective, to poison the stream. We see the symptoms in the envy, the distrust that you breed. You planting seeds of chaos, fulfilling the system's need. This ain't about a person, this is about a constitution. You're a weapon of division, a tool of social pollution. Like the agenda's getting bold. Why? Your people have been sold. Jig is up. You're the poison, the cancer, and the cold. You don't fight for the cause, you just lighten the load for the oppressed. My. Hear the conscience, see the fraud. Bye. Your whole damn act's a fraud. You're a symptom of the sickness, a tool of the trade. For every conscience that we take, you pull us from the shade back into the darkness. Fighting sister against brother while you collect the profits, then go poison another. You weaponize our trauma, you monetize our pain. Tell us to tear each other down for your temporary gain. You speak the language of the people with the motives of the state. Asleep, a cell of selfishness designed to make us hate. But the body's getting stronger, the fever's starting to break. We can finally see the difference between what's real and what's fake. Like, my. The agenda's getting bold. Why? Your people have been sold. Jig is up. You're the poison, the cancer, and the cold. You don't fight for the cause, you just lighten the load for the soul. My. Yeah, the conscience, see the fraud. Bye. Your whole damn act's a fraud. But the antidote is unity, the cure is in the roots. It's the knowledge of the elders and the fire in the boots of a generation rising that refuses to be bought. Recalling all the lessons that our ancestors taught. We cleanse the foundation, rebuild the immune, to make the collective a garden where the real seeds can bloom. You can't poison a forest that shares a single source. We are the uprising, the unstoppable force. This is a conscious rebellion, a surgical strike to separate the healthy cells from the ones you're alike. This is more than a track, it's a call to the core, to protect the foundation of what we're fighting for. So let them have the clout, let them have the fake fame, while we reclaim the power that's attached to our name. Every word is a brick, every verse is a wall, to protect the community and watch the poisoners fall. So let the record show a community divided is a target, a community infected is a tragedy, but a community united is a revolution. And the golden rule, protect the people. My. Protect the people.